Do you find yourself putting off tasks you just don't enjoy? You know that putting stuff off is procrastinating, and the stuff isn't going anywhere. And by hanging around, that stuff is causing anxiety. Here's the good news. I'm going to calm that stress and provide a few tips for beating procrastination. Be right back.
Welcome to this episode of Building Businesses to Work Brilliantly with your host, author, and business consultant, Dr. Gatty.
We usually procrastinate for one of three reasons. We believe that the task is complex and we don't know where to begin, or we dread handling the task because it is unpleasant, or thirdly, we're afraid of failure. Let's take the complex task. If you have a complex project that is hard to tackle, I suggest using the reverse engineering technique. First, decide what the outcome is that you want to achieve. Then determine the deadline when it needs to be done. Next, make sure you know what resources you have to help you along the way. If some piece of the puzzle is missing, now is the time to find what you need. Now you're ready to divide the project into a series of smaller parts, each part given its own deadline. You complete the project one chunk at a time, which makes it easier to start. And after completing each part, you can feel a sense of accomplishment. So the complex task becomes doable and no need for procrastination. If the task is unpleasant, try handling it between two more pleasant tasks. And set a timer. Work maybe 2 minutes at a time. But I guarantee that once you get started, you may find yourself finishing the whole thing. It's the starting part that sometimes becomes the sticking point. I also like to remind myself when handling stuff I hate to do, why this task is important. Did I mention balancing my checkbook? It keeps me motivated. When I have recurring tasks that I dislike, I design a process or system for completing the work. With a system in place, it is easier to move through the work quicker, and then you're off to something you enjoy. Now, have you ever avoided a project because you felt you just didn't know if you could succeed? In other words, maybe you're afraid of failure. Here's a little trick. Reframe the way you think about succeeding. You say you can either win or learn from the outcome, but you never lose. If things turn out the way you want, you win. If something goes wrong, you learn by reviewing what happened and see how you can improve it the next time. So strive to win or learn, but never consider the experience a loss. As a former professor, I believe that learning is an ongoing activity in our lives. So the key to beating procrastination is to keep moving forward. Each day, plan your work and work your plan. Set clear, well-defined desired outcomes for your work activity. Don't listen to that inner voice telling you to put off until tomorrow what you can do today. And by the way, don't put off visiting our website, strategicpeoplesolutions.com. We've got lots of tips to help your business run more smoothly with a clear sense of direction. We've also published another article on beating procrastination. Download the article and have a productive and prosperous day.
Thank you for watching Building Businesses to Work Brilliantly. To learn more about Dr. Gatty and her business sphere of influence, visit strategicpeoplesolutions.com. Also, browse the other shows found on this Viz TV Shows network.